how long took for you to do PfMP? What was the hardest part? And which domain was the most difficult during that exam?
Okay, well, I mean, the PFMP for me, without having a degree, started many, many years ago as I started managing, portfolios of work at different scales without the accreditation. But when I actually dove into it and I met uh, the appropriate people that are going to help support me through that process, I started actually, I think it was November of 2023.
Yeah.
And then because there was some challenges along the way and a lot of work with the case studies and the different pieces on my experience that was supported mostly around construction, research and development, manufacturing sectors, took a little bit longer than expected. And so it was June of 2024. So we're looking at about 6 months. Probably could have been done a little bit faster, but there was some timing around Christmas and different things and how much time it took to go through the different steps. But ultimately, it was a good experience, and it was an appropriate amount of time for me to consume materials and really show up as my best self. And I think that translates to the results that I got in my test. Yeah, it was a lot, and like you touched on it, SAS Power currently executes anywhere between 1.5 and $2 billion worth of project work per year. So you can imagine that is a very, very large portfolio and a very, very complex and interdependent portfolio with lots of different components. So yeah, you know what? You just have to commit the time. You just have to go through the material. You just have to tie it back to the things that you're doing every day in your jobs. And when you do that, then it's really not that hard to answer the questions and really prove that you know the material and obtain that accreditation. I would say risk management was like, I mean, there's lots of science around the risk management piece and the different ways to assess risk and quantify risk. I mean, they're all difficult. But again, if you tie it back to the work that you're doing on a day-to-day basis, I mean, we're all doing the right things. If we're managing portfolios or programs or projects, just tying the academia back to the work that you're doing makes it easy because we're living in that world every day. So I'd say probably for me at least, and I mean it might be different for everybody, but for me at least is probably that risk management domain.